Things haven't been ideal for the Cleveland Browns over much of the past few decades, a problem the organization is trying to address. Unfortunately, due to the Browns' current position, trading very good players may make sense. For the Dallas Cowboys, that could be ideal. As the Cowboys look to improve their secondary after a brutal showing against the New York Giants in Week 2, despite coming away with the win, there could be an opportunity for them to trade for someone like Greg Newsome. Newsome is regarded as one of the better defensive backs in the NFL, but it remains uncertain if the Browns would trade him. Searching for ways for the Cowboys to improve their secondary after Darren Bland's injury, which will likely keep him out of Week 3, according to Stephen Jones, Randy Gertze of Sports Illustrated proposed the idea of the Cowboys trading for Newsome. Another option for the Cowboys could be to see if the Cleveland Browns are ready to blow things up. If so, they might be willing to part with former first-round pick Greg Newsome too, who is scheduled for free agency in 2026. Newsome, who is in his 5th season in the NFL, is off to a solid start with a career-high 76.6 grade from PFF. He's also capable of playing on the boundary as well as the slot, which would give the Cowboys even more flexibility at the position, he wrote. Greg Newsome, too, would be a boost for the Cowboys. Even if the Dallas Cowboys get Bland back sometime over the next few weeks, they still need to improve in the secondary. Bland is a very good player, but Newsome would only help him and others in the secondary play as well as they can. Jones noted that the team has to buy into the schemes that Matt Eberflus has for them, adding that there were times when they were trying to do too much. As much as anything, it's a buying into the scheme, Jones said, for the Cowboys site. You've got to handle your responsibilities. And you've got to really do that all over the defense, whether it's on the back end or the front. You've got to do your responsibility. That's first and foremost, and then make that play if it's there. The main thing is, you can't just be out there trying to make a play. You can't be a lone ranger out there. Why wouldn't Dallas trade for Greg Newsome too? If there's one issue with the Dallas Cowboys trading for Newsome, it's that he's set to hit the free agent market at the end of the season. Given the Cowboys' reluctance to spend on some of the top players on their roster in the past, it'll be interesting to see how they approach that if they were to do so. When speaking to reporters before the Cleveland Browns season, Newsome said that he wanted to play with the Browns for the rest of his career, but given how poorly the team has played once again this year, hopefully for the Cowboys' sake, that'll change. I've said it since the day I was drafted. I want to be a Brown for life, Newsome said per SI. In order to do that, I've got to hold my end of the bargain. I've got to go back to being that player that I know I can be. The good thing is, I'm starting this training camp healthy, so I'm able to get out there and get the reps in before the season starts. That's my main goal. It's always been my goal to be a Brown for life, so I've got to hold up my end of the bargain. Dak Prescott and Caleb Williams, a tale of two quarterbacks. As the Dallas Cowboys prepare to face the Chicago Bears in their Week 3 showdown, an eye-catching statistic underscores the contrasting trajectories of quarterbacks Dak Prescott and Caleb Williams. Divergent paths in performance. Through the first 2 weeks of the NFL season, Prescott and Williams have displayed starkly different performances on the field. Prescott, the seasoned veteran, has been a steady presence for the Cowboys, showcasing his leadership and experience. Meanwhile, Williams, the rookie sensation, has quickly made waves in the league, drawing attention for his electrifying style of play. The numbers tell a compelling story. Prescott, known for his ability to manage the game and lead his team effectively, has faced challenges in adapting to new offensive schemes. In contrast, Williams has thrived in his debut season, demonstrating an ability to make big plays and connect with his targets downfield. Statistical showdown. A specific statistic illustrates this disparity. Prescott has struggled with turnovers, while Williams has been remarkably efficient in protecting the football. This key difference not only reflects their individual performances, but also highlights the varying expectations placed on each quarterback. Prescott's experience brings with it the weight of high expectations, while Williams, as a rookie, has the freedom to play with a sense of exploration and spontaneity. The road ahead. As the Cowboys gear up for their clash against the Bears, the spotlight will undoubtedly be on both quarterbacks. For Prescott, the game represents an opportunity to reclaim his rhythm and solidify his role as a leader. For Williams, it's a chance to further establish himself as a formidable force in the NFL, proving that his early success is no fluke. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how these two quarterbacks navigate their respective challenges and whether Prescott can regain his form while Williams continues to rise. The contrast between their styles and performances sets the stage for an intriguing matchup, one that promises excitement and drama as the season unfolds. The Cowboys should target Trey Hendrickson amid Bengals turmoil. The Cincinnati Bengals are facing a turbulent season following the significant injury to starting quarterback Joe Burrow. In light of this unfortunate turn of events, the Dallas Cowboys might want to seize the opportunity to strengthen their roster by pursuing defensive end Trey Hendrickson in a trade. Cincinnati's dilemma with Burrow's injury. With Burrow sidelined for potentially 3 months, the Bengals find themselves in a precarious position. Despite their strong start to the season at 2-0, the uncertainty surrounding backup quarterback Jake Browning casts doubt on their playoff aspirations. This scenario opens the door for the Cowboys to make a strategic move for one of Cincinnati's standout players, Hendrickson. Hendrickson's contract situation. Hendrickson, currently on a 1-year deal worth $29 million, presents an attractive option for Dallas. At 30 years old, he was not granted a long-term extension this offseason, leading to a contract restructuring that left him on a deal counting for approximately 9% of the Bengals' salary cap. This financial flexibility could encourage Cincinnati to offload Hendrickson, especially if they are looking to regroup for future seasons. A high-level performer. One of the most compelling reasons for the Cowboys to pursue Hendrickson is his on-field performance. The defensive end is showcasing his skills effectively, proving he is worth every penny of his contract. His ability to disrupt opposing offenses could be a game-changer for Dallas, particularly as they look to bolster their defensive line. Cap space and future moves. Following a narrow victory over the New York Giants, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones may feel the pressure to utilize the team's remaining cap space, which stands at approximately $33 million. While extending kicker Brandon Aubrey's contract and adding a veteran to the secondary are popular suggestions, acquiring Hendrickson could provide an even greater impact. The Cowboys have already made headlines by signing edge rusher Jadeveon Clowney, but adding another elite player like Hendrickson would solidify their defensive strategy as they prepare for the upcoming games. The road ahead for Dallas. As the Cowboys gear up for their next matchup against the Chicago Bears, the potential acquisition of Hendrickson looms large. Not only would it enhance their defensive front, but it would also send a message to the rest of the league about Dallas's commitment to competing at the highest level. In the wake of the Bengals' struggles, the time is ripe for the Cowboys to make a bold move that could redefine their season.